movies. If this were my movie, I'd lock it in a fucking vault and pray the studio never called. The so-called plot was pretty sad. The acting was just as bad. If I had paid, I'd be real mad. This movie fucking sucked. Wicked bad movie.
What is going on, world? Welcome to Wicked Bad Movies, the show where we dive into the worst movies ever made and decide if there's any redeeming qualities in them. Today, we are coming at you with the 1977 classic, The Car. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's about a car. It's a car that apparently is possessed by a demon or the devil, and it starts terrorizing a small town where the father of Thanos himself, James Brolin, is a cop there. So that's pretty much all the setup you need. I can't do this by myself, though, guys. I am bringing in a great panel tonight, fresh off the heels of the last Wicked Bad Movies. I have John Ackerman coming back. Couldn't stay away after he watched American Ninja 2.
Absolutely.
Couldn't wait to dive into The Car.
Yes, absolutely. Can't wait. Can't wait to talk about it.
I don't know if it's a technical issue on your end or my end, but you just came through sounding like a robot. So hopefully that's just me.
It might be me. We'll talk about it in a second.
Let's get the other. Hey, you know what? Let me get the other guys in here, and then we'll see if they can hear you too.
Okay, sure.
Next up, I'm going to bring in Chris, the Criminal Crow here, who's done a couple of these bad movie reviews with me.
Yeah. I just watched The Car, so
it is what it is.
Yeah, what's going on? He actually sounds okay from my end.
Okay, good, great.
So it might be you, Duff.
Okay, good.
Solid.
Hopefully the recording's picking up good. This is what I was trying to avoid by logging on early. God damn it, that's all right. All right, but Crow, so you like some bad movies, which is
oh yeah.
Was the Car right up your alley, or is this something that you were a little disappointed that I made you watch?
When you told me about it, because I haven't heard of it before, but when you told me about it and you said there was like a death clips on YouTube, I went and watched the first couple of death scenes from this movie, and I was like, how have I not seen this? Like this is a movie that I should have seen. So yeah, it was. I definitely went home, bought it. Well, I rented it, and
I hope you didn't buy it. Although John rented it twice, so he probably should have bought it.
I might buy it though. So we'll get to that. But yeah, I rented it. I watched it. I'm not disappointed that I did. So
okay, sweet. All right, and this last guy, very special guest tonight. The man who suggested The Car to me like 8 months ago. He's like, dude, if you're doing Wicked Bad Movies, you gotta do The Car. I'm like, what the fuck is The Car? I'm talking about my buddy Mike Duggan. What up, dude?
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Dude, when you suggested The Car to me the months ago, and then you made me watch the trailer, I was like, this movie has to happen. It has to happen on Wicked Bad Movies. I gotta see it. It wasn't until I just started this up again that I was like, absolutely, The Car is one of the first movies I got to do out of the gate here. So, thank you.
It is a delightful. I can't take all the credit, though, because one of my old coworkers, Daryl, he suggested this movie to me way long time ago. So it's been brewing for a little while.
All right, boys. Well, let's dive into The Car. First of all, I mean, I just want to say right at the beginning, I love that the movie just is it just shows one background that's the color just changes. I'm like, how 70s is this? This is like the first time this was ever done to like have
and it's just a list of names.
Oh yeah, non-stop names.
Yeah, dude.
It's got a cascade across the screen. It just keeps on going.
I know it's not straight. It's like in a diagonal line. It's like, okay, all right.
That's the best of the 70s right there. They get through the whole cast, the wiring company, everybody, the whole thing.
It's like you got to thank people up front because we don't know if people are going to stay in their seats long enough to see this movie.
Right.
Well, they should have. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
I'll start off right at the bat by just saying this. I fucking love the design of that car. Like, I actually think it's wicked badass. The sound is unreal, and I'm sure it's edited somewhat, but in
Oh,
post.
for sure.
Oh
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But that is fucking such a. Honestly, I wish I owned it because it is such a badass car.
Yeah.
So I think 3 were made, 2 were destroyed, 1 is in a private auction, a private collection now. But it was
really?
custom made by the same guy that made the Batmobile for the Adam West,
Wow.
the Adam
Fuck
West
yeah.
show.
Hell yeah.
So-
Makes sense.
It was totally to the point where obviously we'll get to it, but the roof is shrunk down like super low, so it looks like fucking weird. It's a great design.
Well, what does it need the headspace for? It's driving itself,
Right?
bro.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I have some. I like to kick this off with some some little backstage information people probably don't know about this movie. But what do you guys suspect the budget on this movie was?
In 77? I don't know. 95 grand.
It's got
Shoot.
James. It's got too much production value for that.
It's got Cohagen in it, which I don't know his real name.
Ronnie Cox. Ronnie Cox.
Johnny Cox, yeah. Dick
I'm gonna
Jones.
go 250K.
Well, it doesn't matter because I have no idea. There's no estimated budget on this movie, but there
It was
is
unlimited.
the estimated the cost to build the cars was $84,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's I found that information. And then what do you think? Again, I'm not just gonna tell you. There's no box office for this, no estimated box office. But in video sales, this movie has made $145,000. So
Wow.
yeah, it's
They
got
got 5 of my dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 of mine.
Oh.
it's
That
got
was it
a
twice.
it's got a Rotten Tomatoes score of 28% and an audience score of 52%, which I think that audience score should be a lot higher. If you're
Yes,
asking me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're not watching the car and then going on Rotten Tomatoes and like, I fucking hated it. Like, you watch the car because you see the trailer and you're like, oh, this fucking movie's awful. I can't wait to see it. Like,
No,
One of the best things about the film is the cinematography. Just the whole landscape of it, the way it was filmed, is beautiful.
I am
Absolutely.
convinced, I didn't look this information up, but I am convinced that whoever directed this movie or came up with the idea for this movie lives in that town and was like, I can get a discount if I just film a movie here.
Absolutely.
It was definitely first conceived by driving through that tunnel and driving onto that bridge.
Yes,
That's a
absolutely.
great
Sure.
scene. There's no way that they went like, I could do a movie here. I'm going to do Jaws, but I'm going to do it with a car.
Yeah. Imagine if someone died on this cliff. A lot of people always ask that question. Then you're like, wow, imagine if someone got pushed off this cliff. All right, let's take it a step
One
further.
time a car almost ran me off of it.
gave me nightmares.
Anyways, so the beginning of this movie, obviously, you get the car just pulling out of the fucking middle of the desert. You hear it coming, sounds great. And then you go right to the 70s teen couple on their wicked long bike ride. Where the fuck are they? Like,
That's what I'm talking about.
It's just camping.
Right? They're just sitting there, they're humming along, like, hey, we're gonna have a race down this fucking road. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Where are you
Dude,
going? It's in the middle of the fucking desert.
there's no way. I mean, my wife could ask me to go on a walk around the neighborhood, but she ain't asking me to go on a fucking bike ride through the canyons. Like, that ain't happening, dude. I'm fucking lazy. Yeah.
So I noticed like a weird theme only in certain parts of this movie. But so this was in the 70s and 77, so it was 70s. I just watched this movie, so this is fresh in my mind. When they're going down the bike ride in the beginning, down the road, this girl is pretty much orgasming all the way down this ride.
Yeah.
She's moaning and groaning, and it's like really sexual. So like I was thinking, what if like the demon car, it has like the sexual thing like most of those killers do, i.e.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll kill people when they're banging and shit. They weren't banging, but it was pretty fucking salacious the way this girl was moaning on the bike.
It just pissed the car off. It's like, oh.
It was drawn to her because she was wet.
Oh,
Sorry, I hope my wife isn't watching this video. Oh my god! But that girl, dude.
poor Susie.
Dude, she
couple-
barely went off the road.
Oh my god!
She barely went off the road, and all of a sudden she's like, she died. I was like, how?
So
Well, did you
her
see the blood stain?
her-
Knees
her-
were
Oh,
totally
Jesus.
shot, bro.
her kill is so funny because
Oh, it's the best.
she's looking in the window, And then it's like, okay, and then she's like getting edged up on the thing, which is kind of, and then all of a sudden she just flies up in the air like she was like shot out of a cannon. It was so fucking
Dude,
funny.
she does a fucking 360.
That's the best.
And she leaves a shoe.
Oh yeah.
And the broken wheel. But the best is the kids one. The dude, it literally goes from him getting hit by the car, cutscene quick, dude jumping off the bridge. It's so great. It's so great.
I sat there, I was like, he fucking jumped off the bridge, man.
He couldn't live without her, bro.
Oh, it's so good.
There was such a good. I mean, those deaths are great. But truthfully, couldn't those before the car really catches up and like, yeah, the girl probably is getting taken out. That guy had a good bunch of road to like veer off and like, oh shit,
for sure.
My girlfriend just got fucked. Like,
But under that shit easy.
That car would have kept coming though. Like,
that's true. It would have gone off the road at him and then tried to find its way back up. But,
yeah.
I mean, I got like pages of notes.
I like that you're going from the beginning though. We should try to do like a play-by-play of it.
Yeah.
Not only by the play-by-play, but let's not shortchange James Brolin here in this masterpiece of an acting because this storyline is salacious. If you piece this all together, because once you get to the end, almost the second to last kill that sends him on a fury, it all ties in beautifully. It's so great. It's so great.
I mean, I gotta tell you, that first scene with James Brolin and that girl in the bed and those kids like peeping in, dude, I was like, this chick,
it's uncomfortable.
This chick should not be so openly like sexual and loud with the fucking kids, right?
He's aggressive too. He's like, "Come here, baby. We got 5 minutes."
Oh, we're gonna hide the salami, baby.
Dude, when she grabs him by his bits and that, you sat there, you're like, oh. She's like, I learned this from one of the kids at my school. And I was like, what the fuck is your school doing? Excuse me?
Yeah.
That music wild, man.
I hate her. Dude, her voices too. She kept doing like little like fucking bits.
I was like, what the
Truthfully,
fuck is
as soon
going
as she started
on?
doing those, I'm like, I hope she dies. I hope she dies. I hope she dies quick because I hate her voice and I hate what she's doing. But it was awful, that opening sequence, and but then the little kids just listening in like fucking gross.
So that scene is acted like most of the movie is acted, which is kind of off.
It seems like it's
like not even that. It just sounds like the director didn't really know how to
do dialogue,
like give them proper cues and shit. Like, yeah, it was just weird. I don't know, especially James Brolin just so like it was just weird. I don't know. It's just weird.
It warms up though. Dude, I literally just watched this movie. I can't even tell you the story. It's so beautiful.
Anything with the car is phenomenal. I love the
sure.
scenes with the car. I'm there for that. But anytime there's a moment of character development, it just falls fucking flat.
Whoa.
Character flat is being generous.
The best part is the sheriff's character development. That fucking whole thing is beautiful.
Dude,
it's beautiful.
He literally sits there like out of the blue, and he's like, "There's a girl, the lady who's we're gonna browse. Let's get
to the second.
Let's get there in a minute.
The tuba kid first. The one the hell it is. So this dude is just sitting outside waiting for a hitchhiker on this fucking dude's like property. He's just
French wanted it.
Like, would you ever hitchhike just standing in front of someone's house like that? Fuck that, dude. Keep walking. I would have come out earlier and be like, get the fuck off my property.
I like that he's like, hey, I like how he's like, hey, you probably shouldn't be hitting the woman like that, maybe.
Yeah. Well, who did you say he's playing the French horn of the guy's
It's 1977, Chris. It was a great line. Then.
The fact that he sits there, he's like, oh, you go ahead. He does the Bob Ross. You put a happy little tuba piece in here, and you put the little piece in there, and blah blah blah. And the guy's like, who the fuck are you talking to?
What are you saying?
Oh, mind you, he was whooping that lady's ass. The old man,
for sure,
crazy man, just completely whooping that ass, and that dude had nothing to say.
Dude, there was like, how about the little kid? They had like an 8-year-old kid, and that guy was like 75.
Oh yeah,
it was like old man's Clemens.
His wife or whatever was not any younger, and I'm like, where did this kid come from? That's not your kid,
right? Well, not even that. So you get the guy's 75, and the sheriff is clearly like 75.
Yep.
And then she's like probably about 50.
Yep.
So what fucking high school did they go to?
Exactly.
She
They
was
built
his
the high school
first.
for her to go
She
to.
was
Yeah.
his first. That story. Like, so the car shows up, fucking almost hits that kid, and then the kid. Oh my god,
Fuck
where's the line?
you.
Hold on. No, the line is
With the wooden fiddle.
yes. Up yours with a splintered fiddle, you son of a bitch.
That's the best.
And then I said, Johnny Norris is my favorite character so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love when he's like, no, this dude's gonna pick me up. No,
She's gonna be 34.
she's gonna be
years old.
35.
34-year-old nymphomaniac, and we're gonna go to the Amazon
Oh
basin
my
together.
God.
And
Water skiing. Yeah.
And
Dude, he was such a positive person.
Oh yeah.
How you gonna slow down and not see me?
So there's something, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but right when the car hits him, right, I know the dust kind of kicks up into the lens in a way in the camera shot. I actually thought they CGI'd the car out, like it disappeared really quick. That's how much dust came up.
CGI.
Yeah, CGI.
Dude,
I thought they
Got
edited the car out, like as if it was like all of a sudden this thing could just be anywhere. Oh
Yep.
shit! Does this thing fucking blank?
What? I
Jumps
think
inside
that's
his
the
face.
idea. I think that's the idea, though.
No,
That
but
is-
when I watched it again,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, it's just dust. Like, that was
Yeah.
just,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
an idiot.
They pick
But
up.
I
pick up
think
so
that
much
was
dust.
the idea, that it just was anywhere and materialized anywhere.
It hit him, and then it rolled back over him again.
4 times, I tell you. They were interrogating the shit out of him. That old man cop
Oh,
and
yeah.
that other dude.
Oh yeah.
I said I don't know. When am I on trial?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so funny. So do we even learn that guy's name?
Yeah. It begins with an A. What is it?
John, you watched the movie twice.
Not Abernathy, but it's something like that.
All right. Because I
Alston?
swear, I only
Right
watched the movie one time through, and I was like, I don't even remember even hearing this guy's name.
Let me look for.
I'm like, but he's got a dynamite truck, and I think that's coming into play later.
Yep.
Yeah, I just like the fact that his entire job is dynamite, man. That's
it.
What do you actually do?
I blow
Probably
things
working
up.
on mines.
I blow things up, bro.
Right.
And then the next note that I have is after that dude gets hit, and I was like, this is where I realized that the blonde cop was fucking Cohagen from Total Recall. I'm watching it, and I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Ronnie Cox. And
Amos.
Amos.
Oh,
Amos.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yep.
Amos.
Amos. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's weird because they give Ronnie Cox's character this like unnecessary background that has nothing to do with the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for the one point in it where he goes, I think it's possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
when you
he's a
told me,
preacher, he taught the kid religion. Like what? What the fuck? Like what is his backstory?
Like,
He's an alcoholic.
when you told me his background about the alcoholism, I sat there. I was like, it's got to come into play at some point.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely. Tenfold.
doesn't.
Nothing.
Yes, it does.
Just nothing.
Yes, it does.
Only
Yeah,
because
he
doesn't call the.
The
He doesn't
parade.
call off the
He
parade.
didn't
Yeah,
call up the parade. He
because
killed all those people.
he's too busy boozing. Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, it's dumb, but it does.
That's
technically
his
come
only
into play.
role in the
Yeah.
movie is to be
It's-
the drunk alcoholic and fuck it up for the parade.
Can we just give kudos to Ronnie Cox for giving it 110% in this movie
110.
when it was absolutely uncalled for?
Full
Oh,
throttle.
yeah.
We should have got assistant acting.
This is yeah.
He would have got the best supporting role in a movie.
There you go. Yeah.
Because he truly, when he goes out to that car, he's like all fumbling with the keys and shit. Like he's like fucking taking the boost. Best
Oh, yeah.
acting in the movie.
Oh yeah, it seemed
Yeah.
completely believable. Like he was like, I actually have to get drunk on this fucking movie set
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
It was probably behind the scenes. They just threw it in.
Yeah.
Oh no, the camera guy was just like having lunch or something, and they just saw him doing that and filmed it.
He just hit it earlier. He didn't think it was being filmed.
Also, for such a small town, did you notice there's like 15 sheriffs?
Oh, yeah.
or deputies.
There's a lot of cops.
There's a
Especially
lot of
that
cops.
That
For,
big
like,
dude
a
on the
small
bike.
fucking
Best.
like desert town. Like there was it obviously like my first guess when you see them all like in the fucking like
Yeah.
in the precinct or whatever. I was like, okay, like half of these guys have to die,
What do you
right?
think that is taking place? It's got to be on a desert highway somewhere.
Yeah,
Arizona, easily.
Right.
probably
Yeah.
Arizona-ish. but,
Yeah.
So
like,
they're going to cover a lot of ground. That's
Yeah.
probably-
But yeah, the only reason it has so many cops is because they need bodies to kill. That's it.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
That's
This
totally.
So
it.
they did.
This car hates
Oh, yeah.
cops, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty. It's pretty funny though. That sheriff. So he gets his backstory where he's just like, oh, she's the love of my life, and I fucking let her go. And she married this asshole. Like, dude, you mean to tell me that in this like fucking one horse town that this fucking lady had a better option than that dude? Like, no, they fucking worked that shit out in 1955 or whatever the fuck it is that they were.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, see, that's what
she
happens.
doesn't end
to
up
girls
with a
like that.
dynamite man. Like,
Well, she tried to give a lot of people chances, and they kept hurting her, and she just kept herself down, and she didn't know how to help herself. So she ended up with that crazy old man because he had money. They would take care of her and her kid. That was
What's funny is how pointless all these backstories are. Because they don't. Because not one of them has any kind of payoff whatsoever. I mean, he gets thrown in jail, but then he becomes like a hero at the end, even though he's
yeah,
Redeem
he's
it,
wife,
Ted.
like-
Bad guy
Ted
redeeming
Beat's like a
himself.
hero.
So what happened to the okay, so what about the wife beating angle? You just gonna drop it? I
That
guess.
doesn't
He
matter.
helped kill the murderous car. All it's forgiven.
I guess, but
Are we-
why even bother? Why even
Are we
bother?
gonna leave out the fact that the guy's in jail and the sheriff tries to mack on his wife right then and there? Be like, "Hey, talk about it, baby."
Tries to get her back.
And he tells her to get out of here. He's like
Yeah.
holding her hand. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, she's mine now. Get out of here.
Oh, now here.
You know,
Incredible. But dude, when that sheriff dies, right? So you see him, he's still fucking yelling at his wife outside. He's like, get in that car, bitch. I'm going to drink with the boys. And then he walks across the street. The sheriff's just like standing there like, what's going on over here?
Right.
Just
So you
like
can see the
stand
grill of
in
the
the
car.
middle of the street and watch what's happening. And that fucking car comes, and that guy, Amos or whatever, he does a phenomenal dive out of the way. Like his feet just go woo. And then, like,
The sheriff's death has I don't even know what happened to him because
He got
it doesn't. It's
He got run
okay because it was edited really weird.
it was
They
poor. It was real
they
poor.
couldn't show the car actually running him over. They couldn't
There's
get
only
a
so many deaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, they already used the one rollover death on the fucking kid with the tuba. So they couldn't reuse that body.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't look anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the old man.
Yeah.
But he's actually the background of my computer at work is just him being like,
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my god. But I loved it. I love when he got killed. But before he gets killed, he's like in there and he's like, oh man, she's the one that got away and she's with that dirt bag and let's go get some drinks, man. I'm fucking
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah,
get
again,
off.
the acting the whole scene structure is just all fucked
It's
up.
awful.
Dude, the James Brolin is sitting there over the topography map, and he's like, okay, so the two people got murdered here, and here's the guy that got run over by the tuba, right? They're trying to do real protective work. This guy's like, let's get fucking drinks, let's get wasted right fucking now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tomorrow work. Don't worry about
That's
that.
for tomorrow, buddy. Don't let me go tomorrow. And he's like, fuck it, it's Miller time.
Yep. They have to build him up in such high character for the downfall of him so they can rally around that death.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mhm.
This movie is amazing.
It is amazing. Dude, so that guy rolls. I fucking love it. Is like trash in the street with him and shit. Like, I guess James Brolin gets promoted to fucking sheriff.
Captain now.
Kind
Yeah.
of,
Of course.
I
but
don't know,
never
yeah.
officially.
I mean,
Like, they were
that
like, hey,
seems-
you're in charge.
That just seems like a scene that should have been in the movie because
Right.
it's just such a common scene in most movies like this. Like the main sheriff goes down and your main character steps up. Like
Yeah,
I
feel,
get it. Didn't
I feel
need
like
it,
they
but
just-
it just seems weird all of a sudden that they kind of peruse over that. And
I feel like nobody else wanted it because because near the end of the movie, everyone's like being pulled in to help, and they're all in their street clothes, and they're just like, "What the hell's going on?" It's like it's my off time. What are you doing? Why are you bothering me?
I think they should have given it to the Native American guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, why? That
That's
guy's a
what-
he's the fucking
scumbag.
best, dude.
That guy's a scumbag.
What are you talking
Is
about?
he a scumbag?
He just straight up lied to the guy when he said when he went ahead and did the translation. He's like, no, yeah, that's all she said. That's all she said.
Yep.
No, she said there was no driver in the fucking thing. That's relevant information.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's one of those things where it's like she's a crazy old woman, so we're not gonna take everything she says to its fact.
Who's
He's
he
trying to
to
relay. He's
But
trying
she
to
went
relay
ahead-
relevant information to the
I
cops.
completely understand. I understand. She's like, we're taking our fucking people. We're going to the fucking hills, but the car can't get us,
Fact.
right? And, and everybody else is like, you're crazy.
Crazy old bird.
Like none of them got murdered.
So
they never confirm. They never the characters never acknowledge that there's nobody driving the car.
well, no, because
No.
Josh James Brolin does
Yeah.
when he
They
gets
said
knocked out by the car door.
I get.
Yeah.
It was more.
Yeah,
It was more like I didn't see him. It was too quick type of thing.
So-
but
Quick point of order. James Brolin's wife in this has passed away, right? She's
That's-
no longer alive.
no.
Or
just
left,
divorced?
left,
Yeah, you never see who she is.
Okay. So
yeah.
we can't confirm whether or not she's definitely not dead though, right?
Oh, are you thinking she's the car?
That's what I was fucking
Yeah.
thinking going into this.
She's
A little
That's why
bit, yeah.
she hates. That's why she hates that fucking talkative, jokey.
Yeah, all
bitch
that
so much.
sex.
That's why she killed those kids, because she's like, fuck these kids, right? Right? They're having a happy life. I died. You know?
Let's see. So sheriff gets killed.
Parade is next.
So then they go to
Oh, yeah.
the very next day is when they go to the the parade practice.
Parade
whatever the fuck
practice.
it is.
Mind
Time-
you, in a
time
dirt
out.
track.
What did I miss?
While that's relevant, right? Let's go and talk about the school where the fucking 13-year-old kid is drawing a nude bust of his teacher,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, that's perfectly all right.
Do you think this is appropriate? Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
Johnny,
that looks pretty right.
She's like touching herself.
Dude,
I
yeah,
know.
dude,
It's-
she was like,
it's-
"So
she
you
was-
for real. Look at my body. This is fucking awesome. I'm framing this."
Yeah.
Which is incredible because at the end of again, I'm going to jump ahead, but I have to. At the end of this movie, when that chick eventually gets killed,
She's running
that
for the
fucking
picture.
painting of James Brolin.
Oh,
that she
yeah.
put
Yes.
in her fucking house. That
Amazing.
thing is fantastic. I
Amazing.
need that for my wall. Like I
Yes.
just want that James Brolin, like that exact one. Like
Yes.
that's something that if it gets auctioned, I would bid on.
Hey, Duff, why do you have a naked picture of a bearded man?
What do you mean naked? It was
It's-
chill.
it was a
It was
self-portrait.
back up, buddy. It was
What?
back up.
He had no shirt on. I don't think.
Oh, maybe. he did.
Still,
I
I'll
don't know.
take it.
I was amazed that painting was in the house, and even more amazed when after the car fucking flies through it, that it was still standing intact.
Perfect. Because you can't kill that man.
Dude, maybe it is the wife. Maybe the wife.
what I'm
is
saying.
dead.
Well, it was leaned over to the side. It wasn't
Oh
standing.
yeah. It fell off its axle,
Yeah.
axis a little bit,
But yeah, let's go to the parade scene. The parade scene's fantastic.
Oh
Amazing.
my god, parade scene. So like, they hear the car coming. The guy didn't call and tell him to reschedule it, which is
Bam, bam,
ridiculous because he's got the
he
Brr,
fucking.
brr, brr, brr.
bam, bam.
But holy shit, those kids stop fucking sprinting. And then this is the line that gets me every time. The girl goes, "Head to the cliffs." The cliffs. Like that doesn't sound safe either. Like hills. Why wouldn't it be like get to the hills? But the word
Yeah.
is cliffs. Like when in my mind, I'm picturing like, oh, it's fucking my death. Like right there. Like, let's get to a point where the car can just back us off the.
Let's go
fucking-
jump off the cliffs.
Well, we got to bring up the fact that there was like stone, like concrete bleachers that was sitting right there. They could have just ran up on at any given
Absolutely.
point, right? They were like, "Oh, we're headed this way." And this thing just hauling ass. You know, just run to the fucking bleachers, man.
Not dramatic enough. Not
Oh,
dramatic
wait.
enough.
Speaking of drama, how about all the horses that are getting
Oh, yeah.
wrangled up in this thing, too?
Yep.
Dude, the Cowboys. The Cowboys are like, quick, distracted.
Yeah.
Every time they
They're
get
just
hit,
getting
off,
murked
every time
left
they
and
get hit
right.
off their horse, they're just like, blur.
Oh, that one guy landed upside down and the screen was like this. He's like, oh.
It was clearly like a mannequin. It looked like a mannequin.
Yeah.
Duggan, great use of special effects. That was incredible. Oh my god. Seriously though. And then there's times where like the car clearly drives right by them, and then they're just like, whoa!
Yeah. No.
Like, oh no, it's going so fast, the fucking wind.
Oh.
Got me.
Perfect
Was it-
70s era filming.
So they do that 70s trick, 70s and 80s trick of speeding up the film. to
Yes.
Make it look like they're going super fast.
Oh yeah.
And they do that like a shit ton throughout the movie. And it just looks so. It's like for a movie that has otherwise great production value, because some of the shots are really good, especially of the car. But like Yeah, they overuse that cheap fucking. All right, this isn't exciting enough. It looks like a fucking circus.
Yep.
They were smart enough to only do that during the scenes where you couldn't really see another, like a standing person or a moving person. Because then you'd see the person be like across.
Right, yeah.
But like, luckily, it's usually just during the images of just the car or other cars and everything. But holy shit, dude! And then they get in that cemetery, and that girl is like, again, every time she opens her mouth and speaks in this movie, I'm like, I want the car to kill her. I want the car to kill her. Like, and she's sitting there like talking shit to the fucking car that's just trying to kill all these kids. Like, the thing's fucking getting pissed. I remember. I know what you are. You're a fucking real.
She calls her a psycho horse's ass.
that voice she was doing. She's like, "Are you back again?
Look at this."
Like, what is that voice, dude? Like, fucking
it's terrible.
Save it for fucking Bob Newhart, bro. Because this fucking movie doesn't require your goddamn 5 minutes stand-up set. Like, it was just ridiculous. And then there's the fat lady who goes, "Cat poo!" When the fucking after this lady's had her whole spiel with the car, and then the car drives away.
Yep.
She just goes, "Cat poo!"
So why are the kids so? Here's a question I have: why are the kids so scared of the car? They don't know yet that it's a murderous car. They don't know about what's been happening.
I would guess
they look so fucking terrified.
I mean, when they're in the fucking cemetery, they should have a pretty good idea. It just saw this car running down those cowboys.
Yeah.
But my guess would be is that the panic that was set in from the parents or the people that were there, they just went ahead and went with it, just like a mob mentality with it, right? And then when they look back and they seen some of the cowboys just getting murked by the thing, right? They were like, nope, absolutely not.
I guess so.
Oh my god!
But when go ahead.
No. And then that one girl gets away to call the cops or whatever, right? But like, why didn't the car just follow her? She was out. She was out.
Oh yeah, she
goes
was
right back to like fucking like, whoa, what is this bitch saying about me?
So did anybody else notice that when she goes on radios in the car, like one of the cowboys that's supposed to be dead in the background is rolling around on the ground, like actually moving?
No.
I sat there, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're supposed to be dead.
Maybe he wasn't dead. Maybe he just got clipped.
I think it was just a
fucking car.
I don't think the Cowboys necessarily died. I think it was just really piss poor editing of them getting whacked.
No Cowboys were hurt in the filming of this movie.
Yeah, I think it was just them getting hit to the side and whatever else. But it was just executed so fucking poorly. You're like, was that a death scene? I don't know, but it was fucking funny. So whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the only blood in the movie is splattered along the wall when the girl is killed in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, but
well, there's those deaths where you know it's a death and where you're not sure. Like them going off the side and him getting run over. That's the surefire deaths.
Well, one of the best deaths for surefire is coming up in a little while.
Yeah.
Tell me, my favorite death is the deputy. Who's chasing him up the fucking thing, and he's so dopey, and he goes to get out of the car over the cliff, and he goes, jeez.
Oh shit.
My favorite,
the best that he taunts him, he's looking at the car. The car's like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I'm gonna go open the door," and he's just like, "No, no."
That is cool. That's cool, but my favorite scene and death in the whole movie, and it's so well done and hilarious at the same time, is when it just fucking barrel rolls into the cars.
Oh yeah,
and then it is clearly fucking destroyed, and then in the next cut, it's just driving away.
You can see it, dude.
That's the demon in it.
Smashed, dude. The actual car is smashed, and then all of a sudden it just drives off, no problem. But the sheriff, when he's pushed, that deputy, when he's pushed over the cliff, the second that car lands on its hood, it explodes.
Yes.
The lights were replaced with dynamite. It's like, boom! Oh shit!
Dude, when his body flies out of the car, it's hilarious.
Oh my god, amazing!
It's also it's like, bah!
I don't even know whose body.
The deputy's body. It flies out of the car.
It's tossed out of the car.
Yeah.
Like, when it explodes, when it flips over down the hill.
As,
Yeah,
as
when
it's
it
starting to
rolls
roll
over.
down, it goes and it goes boom and flies right out of it.
Oh my god, dude!
You
I
didn't
gotta
see
rewatch
that?
this movie. I didn't see that.
I guess you have to watch the
Dude,
car again.
I probably saw the rolling and the explosion and took the note that said,
Yeah.
"Is there dynamite in the?"
Yeah.
And then I looked up and I didn't see him fly out of it.
Dude, it's like it catapults out of that damn thing.
But before the barrel roll, the other cops are like chasing in, and it's like they cut him in. And this is one of my favorite lines of the movie. Jesus, Mother Christ, Magruder! Look, there it is. It's like, Jesus, Mother Christ!
That's perfect.
It's so good. And then, oh my god! And then my next note is literally you can see the car gets totally fucked up during that barrel roll scene.
Yeah.
And it drives out of the fire
Yep, it's-
perfectly fine.
Amazing.
That was the scene. That was the scene where I saw on YouTube as like the video is called "The Best of the Car."
Yeah.
It's just all the deaths, all the goofiness, and that scene. I was just laughing at work. I was just dying. I was like, "That's so." I gotta go home and watch this.
It's incredible. We got him now. He's got nowhere to go. He
Nowhere to
can't get
go.
past us. And it's like, "Ow."
Dude,
It's
the
like
other
in
thing-
It's like in Death Proof when Kurt Russell just fucking turns and his car just goes barrel rolling down
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking street.
Yeah.
The other thing is through the entire movie, they're like, just maintain the roadblocks. Don't worry about anything else. Just maintain those roadblocks.
Yep.
I'm like, what are you doing?
It's not gonna do shit.
Exactly. Stop doing that.
Maintain those roadblocks.
So the Native American cop takes the girl to get her luggage or whatever the fuck she had to go and get.
Yeah.
And so the car is chasing her, like it's stalking her like a serial killer.
Yep.
But I have a question: is her house set up in a way that
I know what you're gonna ask.
road
I thought the
leads
same
to
thing.
another road perfectly on the back end? Like, and our
Oh.
house is just set right there in the middle of
I
it.
was like, is there a fucking road that's going through this house? What's going on here?
Because the fucking car goes
Oh,
right
yeah.
through and is instantly on a road driving straight
Oh,
straight
yeah.
away.
No.
Like it jumped the fucking
No.
house to land on the
There's no
road.
turn. There's no nothing. Just boom, right back onto business down the road.
And I love when they're describing the death. They're like, it jumped
4
feet
It was
in the
like 4
air.
feet. Yeah.
Like, it's-
That was a cool shot though, seeing the headlights coming down
oh, it was.
Oh yeah.
towards her.
You can hear the
Like,
headlights.
oh yeah, that was
It was
great.
so sad because she was on the phone. She was begging him for help, what to do, and then she just gets piped by this car and then keeps on
She's,
moving.
I'm standing next to a window. Please look out of it because
Yeah.
you can clearly.
I
What
thought
do I
she was gonna be
do?
alive. I'm not gonna lie because I hated her so much. I'm like, there's no way she didn't survive that. Like, it's my luck that like this lady's gonna survive this, and then like
They held on. They held on
Oh.
it a long time.
yes,
to the
because
point-
they held,
Yeah.
because they held, and it showed the
Yep.
destruction. I was like,
Yep.
all right, she's gonna like, you're gonna see some like debris move, and she's gonna be like, thank God for that trap door. Like,
I actually thought the house was going to catch fire because the electrical like shocks
Yeah.
you've seen that like in shorts and everything. I was like, oh, if it catches fire, it's going to be even better. Right?
also
That way
made that-
you can guarantee she's not coming back.
That shot also made the house look really fucking narrow and like skinny.
yeah,
It's like, okay, what is her house? Is her house literally like a fucking
It was a duplex.
rectangle, like a really fucking small rectangle? Because
Like a
the
shipping
car,
container.
you're
Yeah,
right.
cargo
Car
container.
comes in, car goes out, and then they're literally standing in the room, and they have like no room to move around. It's like
well, it was obviously a prop house.
I know, but
They
I
were
know,
like,
but
we only have
Hospitality,
enough
we don't
wood
have
to
much.
make this house 6x7, so that's the room.
Yeah. He's got 2 kids, single income cop.
It wasn't even his house. That wasn't his house. That was her house, right?
No, that was her house. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because then it
because he
back-
goes to check on his family.
That's even worse.
But the what do we got here? The next thing is, and this is, I knew this movie was gonna be good when I saw this scene in. Before I watched this movie, I looked up that YouTube videos that you just
Yeah.
talked about, Crow, and it was the scene where James. I always want to say Josh Brolin, but when James
Yeah.
Brolin goes into his garage and the car's there, and I'm like,
How
but
the
the door's
fuck did
locked.
how the fuck did it get in?
Did the car lock the door behind it? Like,
Yep.
how
That's
did that
that's
happen?
the idea of it can be anywhere at any time.
Right, but that wasn't confirmed at any point
No,
in the
no,
movie
no.
until then.
Yep.
And I'm
So-
like, this is fucking nuts.
Between
This dude,
sorry, go ahead. Between James Brolin walking up to the car after he goes ahead and like chases it down, right? And he walks up to it, and it's like the car doesn't run him over, It just lets him roll up. The window rolls down a little bit, right? He's like, he goes to reach for the door handle, no handle there, right? And then it just cracks him in the face, right?
Yep.
And calls it a day, right? And then it's in his fucking house. I'm like, oh, that shit's got to be his fucking wife. His wife's got to be dead, right? and then she's just gonna destroy everything about him because maybe he was a piece of shit. We don't know, right?
Maybe his
Right,
wife
maybe
his wife was buried in that cemetery, and that's why she didn't want to drive through it.
There you go.
Oh yeah. He couldn't afford a nice plot in the community cemetery, so he
That's just full
plops
of
her in
fucking
the
sand, anyways.
burial ground. Maybe
that's
why
another-
she became a fucking ghost.
But that's another one of those scenes where it's just the car moving, then driving back, and James Brolin's like, and then he's trying to open the thing, and then it comes back, and like I know it wouldn't make a difference, but like in most movies, he might want to try to talk to the car, like, what the fuck you doing, like, or like,
That's
what do you
true.
want? What do
This
you
whole
want?
time,
Not one
literally-
person in this whole fucking movie talks to the car.
That's not true. The one person that did is the girl, and she gets fucking brutally murdered by it.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, you motherfucker in there, but by this point, James Brolin knows that this car's not right. There's something weird about it. So you would think he would be like, what do you want?
What's going on?
What are you like? You know, what is that fucking weird yellow glow coming from your fucking dashboard? You know,
I feel like this movie needs to get, and this movie should have been remade in the 90s by have
Anybody?
it be set in like Compton with like a fucking like lowrider that can like bounce and shit. Because
Oh shit, that would have been fantastic.
I feel like there could have been a scene where it was like, "What are you gonna do now, motherfucker?" And then the fucking thing just goes, "Wah!" And fucking,
you
like,
can
somebody.
you can see the relatively new sequel starring Ronnie Cox.
Yeah, maybe it's a. But that scene makes me laugh so hard when he's in the garage talking to the car. He's like, "The car's in here. Go back inside." She's like, "What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, motherfucker?" And she's like, "The car is in here." And like, he doesn't know what to do, right? So
Yeah.
he shuts the door that he could have exited out of right there
Yep.
to try and like jerry rig the lock open with a screwdriver. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck? What is that?
Instead of running them over, though, it tries to smoke them out, and then
Oh yeah.
it gets that nice little humming growl going to the point where it shatters all the windows.
Yeah.
I like when it's trying to smoke him out and he just doesn't realize what's happening.
No.
Burn it down.
And then he well, he's terrified. There's a car that's in front of him that clearly is possessed by the devil.
But you're right. But I was thinking that the whole time. Why don't you just go out the fucking door you just came in?
Yeah.
And either way, the fucking thing's gonna bash through the door. So it's gonna you're just adding 5 minutes to this movie that doesn't need to be there.
In my head, he even goes back to where the door is to get the screwdriver. So he has had two opportunities to just
He
jump
didn't want
through
to
that
leave the
door.
car to the kids. That's why he took it on himself.
But the kids could be upstairs. The car's not getting on the second floor.
That we know of.
Oh, it's getting
That's true. That's true. For all we know, it could fly.
Yeah.
But then he jumps through his fucking little like window in his garage to his motorcycle bay.
Yeah.
That was a sick roll.
Dude, he rolls out on the motorcycle, right? No helmet. There's no helmet on his head whatsoever. I've watched the scene 5 times to make sure. Because the very next scene, when it cuts to him in the city driving away, he's got a fucking helmet on his head.
Yep.
And I was like, how did he do that? Like, this motherfucker doesn't have time to be like, oh, let me just pull over and put on my helmet. Like, the fucking car's chasing him. So that's some stupid CGI. He should have fucking had the helmet on the whole scene. Right? I mean, you don't want to lose those beautiful fucking crop of lettuce he got going on for fucking the whole movie. So, but just have him driving without the helmet. But again, you're gonna it's protection. You gotta protect.
Insurance purposes, sir.
James
Insurance.
Brolin, although it wasn't him that was fucking driving that bike. No fucking way. But oh my god. So that chase is pretty good, and I wasn't sure of the plan for what they were trying to do with that quarry or whatever. Because in my head, I'm like, they're gonna bury it, right? They're gonna bury it or trap it in the quarry. But then it seems like they blow it up.
Almost,
I was a little unclear. What did you guys think happened there? Because it seemed like they blew it up, But that
Well,
doesn't.
that's the intention that it sounds like, right? It sounds like they detonated the dynamite and they blew it up, right? But at the same time, you're like, you thought you were gonna bury it in rubble, like bury it in this actual
Yeah,
like,
well,
huge amount of rock.
what
My
I
plan
thought
was
was
to send him up, send him all the way up, so he would fucking jump off the thing, then he would fall, then they blow that shit up. Both bury that dude.
yeah, that's what when he just took too long to get up because that's what I thought when the car was down there and they were luring him up, they were just gonna blow the cannon
And trap it.
it. But then they had to they didn't really like scene wise, they didn't really do a good job of transitioning you to what the new plan was going to be.
Yeah, they got screwed
So-
when he got climbing that rope. That's what
Yeah.
he was trying to
Yeah.
shit out of the rope.
Ridiculous. But there's also the scene just before that where this fucking car has been rolling through fucking houses and like flipping over cars and shit, and then all of a sudden the one car that it actually could blow up by just bumping into, it fucking hits a shitload, and the thing's just like, oh, we're good, the dynamite man's good. Like,
And he makes a comment. The guy Amos makes a comment like, "This shit is so volatile and everything else, it'll blow up." All right, shit like that, right? But he makes a comment about that, and you're like, "Dude, you just got hit by the fucking car just a second ago. That should have exploded right on the button at
I
that
don't.
point." Then.
In a better movie, that would have been some foreshadowing for
yeah.
that. Oh shit! Boom!
Yep.
And then your plan's fucked.
But so they blow up the car. You see the fucking snake demon face or whatever the hell it is. Clouds. Like it looked like fucking Voldemort's. Looked like fucking Voldemort's fucking symbol or whatever.
I was like, "What the fuck am I looking at? What am I looking at here?"
But they fucking blow it up, and I was just like, there wasn't like one like this is where the payoff of that dude being like a priest or whatever I thought was gonna come in. He's gonna be like, it's the fucking devil. It's like just something like. But no, and all those people lived. All those like extras lived. There was only like 4 deaths in the whole movie, and I was like, ah.
They got to see the sunset and sunrise. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was fucking weak.
And I was like, "Did you see that in the smoke?" And he's like, "I didn't see shit."
Yeah. No, didn't see nothing. He's like, yeah, it was there. He's like, shut the fuck up.
You
like,
didn't see anything.
About this.
Yeah.
We're never letting anyone mine here.
That could have went on for a while. He's like, yeah, I told you it was right there. No, it wasn't. You saw it. Tim, you saw it. No, I didn't see it. And then he just could have kept going.
And then dude, I think it would have been amazing if at the end of it, like Amos was like, "We did it." And they were like, "Yeah, you're going to jail."
Yep, that was it.
It's like, what the fuck? I just blew up my business. I don't have any more dynamite.
Do you think we forget?
Who's paying me for this fucking dynamite?
Yeah.
It was the love of my life.
Oh my god. All right, so this is a good point. Obviously, it's the end of the movie. So I love these last couple ones we've done. We've really been able to get it done within an hour. That's perfect. So, boys, we have to rate this movie. So we have rating system is based. They're funny. I'll pull them up, but it's good, pretty good, meh, and bad. Where do you think this movie falls? Crow.
Is your rating like a regular movie rating? Like, oh, it's a good movie, or is bad like the best rating it could possibly be?
No. It's normal.
Okay.
So good is good.
Okay.
Pretty good, meh, bad.
I've seen a lot of bad movies, and this one had way too much production value to be like bottom of the barrel. I actually didn't hate it. I thought it was great. Like it was campy, it was funny, it had some cool shots. It's definitely a much shittier version of Christine.
Oh yeah.
Actually
came out 6 or 7 years before Christine was actually ever written. Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, I thought it was cool.
So you're saying pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah. I'll go pretty good.
I'm gonna go to Doug last because this is his favorite movie of all time. But, John, what do you think?
The deaths are for the most part pretty awful all across the board. The sped up motorcycle on the actual dirt road where it's clearly a dirt bike, but they pass it off as a street bike for the most part drives me nuts, right? And the fucking thing, and that car having the best traction in the world on those dirt roads just drives me crazy. I'm going meh.
Meh. Okay, so
Meh.
we got a pretty good. We got a meh. Duggan, what are you thinking? I know you love this movie.
One word, good. So, 1977. This film is a cinematic masterpiece. It was well beyond its time. The cinematography on this is pristine. Use a little word from scene to scene, but I defy anybody to tell me that this isn't James Brolin's best piece of work in his career. Amityville Horror, forget about it. Westworld, maybe. Listen to this shit. I challenge you, watch this movie. Tell me I'm wrong. I guarantee you, the fucking presence he has for the love of his life, Lauren, his little minx, it'll set you for.
This is the best sell I've ever heard.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as Duggan does, but I think this movie, as far as bad movies go, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think we have two pretty goods. So that in the end, John's meh and Duggan's very good. That leaves us with a pretty good rating. I think it is pretty good.
Nice, nice.
Considering the last movie we did was a shit sandwich, so I think.
Oh yeah, you guys should watch that movie. You guys should watch that. You're gonna fucking love it. American
That's
Ninja
pretty
2, The
good.
Confrontation.
Yeah. All right, boys. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Thanks to anyone who's going to watch this video on repeat. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll come at you with another Wicked Bad movie next week. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you.
Nice.
See you guys.